Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 436. And what are we doing today? We're looking over UFO videos. What else?
I'm finding love, I'm hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love.
Dark side. Let the fate control your body. At the beginning, there was written.
Follow me down to the underground.
I'm searching, I'm loving.
They're hiding and we're searching. But there's so much noise in the way. Those alien greys can hide pretty well. So, it's good to be back. Let's see if all the sound's working. Sounds like it's only one speaker. Probably my ears blocked up. That sounds alright. Good to be back. Okay. Who's out there? Anybody? Unless the stats are wrong. 0 people. Oh. What is it, the weekend over there? Saturday for America? In the evening? Anyone out there for the Out There channel? Maybe Google's not sending out notifications. I don't advertise it when I'm starting or scheduling anymore. Seem to get too many trolls if you do that. For 36. More alleged UFOs and noise. So I added a extra thing to my live show now, and you can see it here. Keep OT channel on air 1 year. So I've started up a $200 per year, and so far I've only got $110. And even if we don't get to the maximum total, that stuff gets held up in piggy bank. You have to get to a certain level before they'll pay it out. So yeah, I need more people donating to keep me going. Else, it's game over. And people think I'm lying, but come Christmas, you'll see. And you can enjoy all the fraud UFOs out there instead. I've had enough. Too much bullshit. Too much negative. Too much drama. Too much hate. The real ufology has been long lost. And it probably won't recover until all the people that are destroying it are dead. Frankly, which could be 100 years. So yeah, Darren Grapo was correct. That's why he left. Unfortunately, he started putting up UFO videos of anything, and didn't do any debunks on them. So he was no better than a fraud channel then. And when questioned on it, he was quite nasty about it all. Rather than saying, yeah, I need to do better. We should always try and do better in ufology. So yeah, if you want to donate, most of the money is held up in Subscribestar. I've not had a payment from it since I've been in it, and it's just accumulating. And you can get it through my WordPress account here. It's got all the main crucial links that we use. Help keep OT channel on air. Okay. Hopefully that'll work. And you should better find the Subscribestar there. So what have we got first up today? Alright, and when you do donate, your name will come up here, generally, but Subscribestar, for some reason, OBS is restricting having it on. I got Patreon, which is no good. But at least Patreon paid it out as it come in. Which I don't know why Subscribestar doesn't do that. Save a lot of problems. But yeah, most of it's to do with banks, right, and the fees. So yeah. Where do we begin? So we're trying to do the maps yesterday. And I'll leave it for part 3. But I did actually find an add-on for Google Earth. Which gave us various impact crater sites. And I'll just quickly preview it here. Just to recap the last live stream. And whether it's accurate, I don't know. I think it's got all the big ones, and for the asteroids hits, and it's got meteorite hits. So now I've got go down here. Even names the crater. The craters have names. That's Antarctic basis, which is handy to have. And I've got Earth impact craters, and there's another one too. So there's quite a few there. And this one here, CEID 2016. Africa, Australia, North America. And they don't seem to be the same ones. So yeah, if we go to Skinwalker Ranch now. So maybe I don't have to do my own map, but I don't know. Somehow my own map would be more colourful, and it would show the sizes of the impact craters. Where's Skinwalker Ranch? I had it in here on the list. In capitals, so it stood out. It should fly to it. Oh, I can't see it. Can't see Skinwalker much. Right. Now we could go to these other places, I suppose. Does it work if you push S? Yes. Yes, okay. There it is. Yeah, let's fly to it. Yeah. And there it is. So where's this triangle there? But they keep saying where things happen. Oh, that's there. That's the triangle, isn't it? So, where's all the impact craters? Was it not showing them? What's all these things? Ah, houses. Is it? Don't know. Store. Looks like oil. Oil farms. Oil. Or natural gas or something. We should have explore sometime, shouldn't we? Oil pumps in Utah. I wonder who owns all that. Brandon Friegel? More than likely. Okay, where's the impact craters? Here we go. So all these purple locations are where asteroids hit, and if we hover over it, I think it's going to give us information. There we go. Kansas, Bullard type. But how many? So it's very small, we see. We want the big suckers. Notice the red ones. Let's see what comes up there. See, I still think my map's going to be better. Oh, here we go, you got double click it, was it? Age 1966, is it? Where's the diameter? Diameter 0.10 times 0.076 kilometers. What the hell does that mean? That it's not actually a circle impact? I don't know. So, does it look like an impact location? Does too, doesn't it? Looks like an impact. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this, but still, it's interesting. Have a little play with it. So where's all the other ones? So we got purple ones and skinwalkers up here. So, but there's none straight over the property. So where's that one missing? Remember on the show they said there was definitely one on the map. Unless these ones are really big. So this one's actually got both of them together here. It's got it listed as a red one and a purple one. So we should have doubled information then. Okay, does it look like an impact crater there? It sure does. There it is. Straight on the mountain top. Look at the teeth here. That looks like shark teeth going around. So how big was it? 10 kilometers. So does it draw where 10 kilometers is? How do we get that measuring tape up? Distances. How do you do distances on this? Tools. Ruler. Can't you just draw between? Line. Mouse navigation, centimeters. So why is it not working? Too many things on the screen. Start, save, quit, ruler, line, show belief, profile. Probably going to have to look that up, how you do that. I don't know how you use the ruler. Grids. What's that give us? Give us longitude and latitude. How big are the grids though? One mile maybe? How do we find out? There's another question to be answered. Hey Dan, how's it going? Yeah, I sort of wasn't going to do this, but I was just having a quick look. Still yet to learn how to use the ruler on this and measurements. But I guess they would be 1 mile. So I'm just seeing how far away from Skinwalker Ranch that impact crater is. Where is Skinwalker gone? I was close by before. Up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the 4 miles diameter. I guess it does look like a circle going around here though, doesn't it? Where Skinwalker Ranch is. So over 4 miles or this bigger. I suppose it could be on the edge of the impact crater. Plus we got other ones all around it here. But yeah, this is the sort of information we want. So I need to find also background radiation layers and magnetic anomaly layer if someone's made one of those. And this would be the better way to do it. But I'm just disappointed that these where the located where the craters are doesn't have another circle showing where the outer rim was, because that would really make it useful. But you can see there is quite a few going right through there, and that's 37 parallel. So we got the grid on here. There's 37 per parallel running straight through there. And Skinwalker Ranch, whereabouts was it? Up there. 3941, so it's not quite on 37, is it? 37's here. But it's quite amazing how many of these impacts run along 37. But this is the kind of information we're after. So yeah, it's just a matter of typing in the right keywords. So the file we're looking for Google Earth is called KMZ file. So once you know that, KMZ background radiation, and we might have a database that someone's made. And then we can start seeing city names, place names, Google Earth overlay, base surface radiation. So it might only be for America, but that's alright. We don't mind just doing America. Is it a downloadable free KMZ file? Can't see it. To get an overlay shown all BSRN stations. Talks about stations, doesn't talk about read-ins, but maybe they constantly read background radiation, do they? So that's more research we got to do. It never ends. Okay, so it's saving the file, right? So we can just add it to it and see what it looks like. And download it. Now, just need to drag it on. And it zooms out for some reason, but it adds it here under temporary. So we should better go to the locations there then. So I don't know what all these mean, but I suppose we can click on one. Germany, is it? Where's that? Beats me. What's the American one's going to be called? 3-letter acronyms. Not really friendly. US maybe? Here we go. Nope. YUS. Where the hell is that? So what is it exactly? It's not coming into focus. So what are they exactly? I don't know. Nuclear blast detectors maybe? let's find out. I was looking for background radiation, but still it might be useful. Baseline service radiation network. Radiation measurements are stored together with correlated surface and upper air meteorological observation. Yeah, but how do we get the data from them? Data are of primary importance, yeah. Radiation and confirmation of satellite and computer model estimates. Well, it can't be top secret because they give it to us. Is that one in America? No. Where are we going now? Tour? Is that Canada? I suppose we have to zoom out to space and see. Looks really green for Canada though. Is it? Whereabouts are we? Russia, is it? Seems to scroll too fast. Events, ABS, or seems to be all up in Europe here. Even scrolls too fast on the wheel. Campaign, legend. What's that? The thing that pops up? Nope. Beats me. So more to learn. So stations, we can move that up underneath there out of temporary. There we go. That way it'll save it if I close. And you can turn it on and off. See what else is there? Baseline, yeah. Right, I had it there, didn't it? Solar pests. Hills, valleys, environment information. But what does it say solar? WMAMP map. Microwave sky images. Cosmic background radiation. Alright, for this for space, the space map. So there's a lot of good stuff around here then. Okay, by topics. Let's have a look at that one. So this is where your big data comes in useful, right? We want one for UFO hotspots and one for paranormal hotspots as well. I wonder if anyone's done those. Snake River. So obviously this is a lot to do with government stuff. Flying across galaxy clusters. There's probably a ton of crap here for research projects. Anyway, we might have to come back to it another day. Now we know what we're looking for. Interactive map, air quality. Now that'd be interesting too. Yeah, I said hi. I said hi, Dan. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about the background radiation. Let's have a look at UFO hotspots. That would be a handy one. Bigfoot, UFO, and more sightings. Google Maps. But that's for Google Maps. We want it for... And whose data is it? But still, you can add everyone's data onto it and tick them on and off. Is the audio working alright? 1, 2, 3. Sounds alright. Okay. Back to it. This was meant to be about UFO videos, not what we were meant to be doing last time. So yeah, I'm not sure if you can download that somehow from the maps to Google Earth. Now that's something else to look at. UFO sightings in Google Earth. Okay. Here we go. 2005, so it's pretty old. Oh, look at that. We could do away with MUFON then. Be handy if MUFON did a monthly one. We just could keep adding it. That would be really handy. UFO maps, National UFO Reporting Center. Use the original KMZ file, but they don't seem to have it anymore. Google Earth blog is no longer written. Where's the download then? Contains somewhat more recent information and uses a nice Google Maps interface. Sounds like it's generated for the web, though, rather than using the application. What's that one? Google Hacks. 3D cities. Oh, wow. Aircraft wrecks. Aircraft rockets. Holy moly. There's a heap of stuff. Ships. Submarines. Lighthouses. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. Google Mars. World War II, World War One. Where's UFO stuff? Don't see it. Strange maps or quirks. Crop circles, crop art. That might be interesting. Mazes. This is a file, but where is it? Damn. Giant words. Doesn't seem to be anything there. Now this is a problem. You can see, even doing this, can take a lot of research time. Chews up our time on live shows. Well, we do it live, of course. Maybe if we put that in quotes, UFO hotspots. I think that's one we looked at before, was it? Yeah, there's the file. I forgot to download it, did I? No. Well, it's not many in it. Didn't seem to download anything, and I don't see anything for downloading. Very confusing. So I thought it was going to do this for us, and that would have been really handy. Yeah. That's because Google Earth is always changing the map. So people create all these little websites with clever scripts and they don't work anymore. Alright, KML. So we should be looking on KML. Probably. Because L stands for layer, and I think Z means zip file. Let's see. To edit KMZ, you can open Google Earth. Balloon. We need a supercomputer. That has it already done. British UFO. Okay, let's try that one. Right, let's add it to the maps. So if we can edit here, we should be able to download it. Doesn't look many sightings though. It's probably the main ones, is it? What does it say? Looks like someone's own personal sightings, is it? Create your own. Yeah, it looks like some people have been making their own. So, can we download that one? The file is too large to display on a traditional Google Maps, but can be downloaded. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, it's gone back to here again. So what am I missing? Alright. There's quite a lot on there. Scrolling down. Yeah, it must have it in categories for Yeah, but where's the file? Where's the download? What's all this garbage? Is that all the locations? Alright, so it probably is. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like a language. Takes us there. Where's the download? Data, maybe that one. Nope. Hong Kong. I'm confused. I don't know, guys. Have a look at it yourself so you can see a download link there. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
who we got? We got a follow. Unfortunately, I'm not using Twitch anymore. Not for the time being, unless Google causes problems. There we go. See if we can find the download file for Google Earth there. We'll do another search another day anyway. But as I was saying at the beginning, I got this new thing up here. Gives us a running total of what's in the piggy bank. And I've only got $110 in it for the channel. But I can't take it out until I reach about 200. Time they take out the fees and stuff. So yeah, I need more donations to survive another year. Because I got to pay BitChute membership $5 a month. And various other bills to keep this going. I haven't got all of them in my head at the moment, but it does add up. So anyway, let's carry on for some UFO videos. And did I stop Google Earth coming down? I did, didn't I? We're doing it running at the same time. So yeah, I see third phase have copied Nocturnal News, so I'm not sure where they got it from. But let's start with that one, I suppose.
From the top, almost like a molten metal, like melted, some type of maybe aluminum or alien alloy, who knows, right? Could be man-made, could be alien, I don't know. Now there is a little weird orb on the left right there, and this weird tunnel
That's why you do
thing
research,
on the right, hard to see,
news.
but nonetheless it's definitely there. Okay, well,
alright, so again, God knows where they found all this. But what are we looking at here? Looks a bit pixely, doesn't it? Could it be missing data? Doesn't look like shiny metal that's reflecting, does it? Could it be tin-foil? Now, we know the rovers create a lot of debris. So this is from the Curiosity 107. So they don't sort of land without a mess. Rover Curiosity parts. Okay, go images. So there's the main robot, of course, but it's got to get on the ground. So we install the parachute and landing platform, and also the rocket that took it there. Eventually that's going to come down and burn up or crash into the desert. Same as the space junk we get. Here we go. So there's how it's packed. And it's got a sister rover flying there in 2020. Did that actually happen? I think it did, didn't it? What was the next one called? Forget the name. But you can see here it's got a heat shield. And it's also got a covering. And what's this at the top here? So let's have a look at that one. Any of those. What's that say there? Sun sensor, propellant tank, cruise stage, radiator. Thrust cluster. So that clips on the top, is it? How does that work? Yeah, it also clips on the top. Parachute, back seal, lander, and heat shield. So, now there it's all configured here. Comes down like that, and it has little thrusters to slow it down, doesn't it? And it sort of lowers it down, doesn't it? So the heat shield will drop off. Then it lowers the rover underneath. So all that debris got to be spread near the landing site at some stage. So I know they do get the rover to go around checking where the debris landed. So that makes common sense that it's going to be more human-made than so-called alien. And there's the animation as well somewhere of how it comes down. Animation. Oh what? There we go, that one there. Which I've used for a comedy. There's the rocket. I don't know if it's free or not, but anything NASA is meant to be public domain. Bowen Bung video 2011. Okay, that must be where it first landed then, is it? Let's whisk him. Okay, it separates from the front, sends it down to the surface. Now what? It's got some more cells. Takes a wee while to come down. And that Jenison, that's got the thrusters. Okay, this must have more in it then. Haven't seen this one before actually. This is the full video. It's taking a while to get down. Good animation though. Still coming down. Oh. Now the shield's gone. The rover's underneath. So where'd all that debris go? Releases that part. Oh, cool. Yeah, it comes down. I thought it was going to use a crane to lower it down, but is that how they did it on that one? Maybe still more to go. Maybe the crane coming up probably. Here we go. Here's the crane. Very cool. You'd think they'd burn through the rocket fuel very quickly, wouldn't you? And then that flies off and crashes somewhere. So I suspect all that debris we saw on the way down, it's got to be somewhere near the landing site. And where did the rest of it go? Kaboom. So, I think that sort of gives us an idea what we're dealing with. Back to Nocturnal News' space junk here. Alien or human, you reckon, guys? Oh, look at the spooky music. Where'd you get that from? Wow. It's the sort of thing I'd write. Kind of looks like a big Hershey on the planet there. So, is it debris? Is it part of the heat shield? Or is it just some missing data? Or a bit of both? That's a good question. Looks like he's gone to the actual map. There's certainly black bits there underneath. I think my magnifier's stuffed up again. You stupid thing. Why'd you do that? There's still a mystery how to fix that problem. Now it's too big here. Stupid thing. So I was trying to zoom in with that. That's better. Hey. Does that look like a crash and burn mark? It does, doesn't it? So I reckon it's part of the heat shield and they've just come across the deep debris field here. So how can we verify it? Look, he's comparing it to that silly chart.
Alien to me. Now another thing I found.
So to him it's alien. That's far from alien for me. So let's type in. So he starts off saying it's alien, then at the end of the video he says he doesn't know if it's human or alien. So this is the games that these fraud channels play, right? He tries to pretend that he's not like other UFO channels, and he clearly is. So you could probably type in debris fields and see if they've photographed it from satellite. And I think they did come across the Indian lander. Remember that disappeared on Mars? And they actually come across it. They've actually found it. I can't remember what it was called now. It has some strange Indian name. Debris photos, history division. That's why he hasn't gone through all those. They look like overhead. We ain't got time to go through all those. Let's see. Heat shield seems to be the most common one. That's going to rip apart. Heat shield. The thing is, I don't think he's given us any information in the video of where the photo is, has he? Music. And what's that there? Oh, NASA image. I don't think it was the other day, but it looks like he might have added it finally. Perseverance, that's the new one, isn't it? It went in 2020. The sister. Heat shield impact surface as seen. Alright, so that's overhead stuff. Okay, so that's part of its debris, and that's rocks. Tracks. You can see the soil doesn't look really red there. It kind of looks browny red, doesn't it? But you can see how sharp edges a lot of these rocks are, right? Because of the wind and obviously the type of volcanic rock they had there. It's very brittle looking. So that looks like a part there, doesn't it? So we'll be coming Mars Anomaly channel. Kind of looks like a round part there. Right there. Looks like an engine. Looks like a fan, you know, with a bolt in the middle. But again, is that part of the debris field? I don't know. Full descent to the surface. No, it's just a strange looking rock. It looks like a part from an engine. Or a fan or something. Casing. I suppose it's part of those rocks though. They're the most crazy rocks they have out on Mars. Oh!
H_Jasper_E donated $3.51.
Yeah, thanks Jasper. That's added onto the total there, as you can see. And your name's in print. So yeah, gotta top up that jar if you want to keep me on here. Really, I'm struggling. Pretty much everybody pulled out at Christmas last year for some reason. But I haven't changed, I'm still me. People got upset with me, there was some person causing trouble. Like you normally get in ufology. Claiming I said things behind people's backs. All that kind of crap. Right, exhaust rattle, heat shields, gaskets. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, where's the picture? Oh, that's no good. This is half the problem with websites. Maybe heat shield's a separate word. Let's try that. So it's got 344, but we're already 107. Sublimination caught on. I think that's where the when it was drilling, right, and those little rocks were bobbling underneath it, and they sort of went into a crack, and I think Tyler put it up as little bugs when it was actually rocks from the drilling, and it was vibrating the ground and they were moving along. I think that's the one that they're talking about here. Maybe not. CO2 vents it's talking about. Captured here and here. We're getting sidetracked, but we'll have a look. And there it is. Is it? Have we found it? Looks like the same thing. What's going on? That's the same thing, isn't it? By pure chance. But what is it? I'm confused. Are they saying it's gas coming out the ground? See, it looks whiter than the sky behind, doesn't it? See, the sky behind looks sort of grainy, and this looks different. Local solar pan left. So what is it? Opportunity appears to have caught something erupting out of the ground. These CO2 simulation vents. Is it coming out the ground, guys? Or is it just impacted into the ground and those little black bits are part of the metal that's sort of bent around and charred? So why would there be a line going towards it? That's got to be an impact as it was rolling down the hill, right? So it's got to probably bounced here, rolled and stopped. So we got the images. So I uploaded it to the channel. So what are they saying? Also caught some frames in 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, that looks like it's closer to the machine, is it? What is that? God knows. What the hell is it? Is it Debri? Part of the camera? Beats me. This is why we need a NASA expert, I guess. Those not the reflections of a heat shield. There we go. So maybe it's part of the heat shield. Yes, it could be. It looks like a reflection of a shiny object. Solved. Yes, I think you're right. Yeah, I said heat shield. Yeah, I think it's a heat shield. Well, part of it anyway. I'm sure I've seen some better images of it though. Why can't I find it now? Let's have a look through images. Okay, I need to probably put rover. Here we go. Bingo. That's the one I was looking for. And look, it's got the black bits on the end here. I think this is a match. How can we get it bigger? Isn't that air crane? Yep. The air crane. Nothing to see here on the side chat, I reckon. It's the second time only I catch one of your live streams. The last one I've seen maybe a year ago. Yeah, well, thanks for your donation. I was just saying today I've put up this money jar to keep the channel going each year. We have like a minimum amount of money you need to get. Else I have to try and find the money out of my own pocket. And I only get $200 a week to live on, and that's including rent, food, power, internet, basic internet. But yeah, seems that other people get a lot of people donating to them, which are not doing anything more different than what I am when I look at UFO videos. Apart from I give you better answers, hopefully anyway. So this heat shield, where's the image of it here? And you can see here, it's got a CCD, 2011 CCD will be in that one. The new one will probably have a CMOS camera in it. And you can see this is what you call vertical smearing. So when you get the bright light, it creates these funny little antennas with two little spikes at each end. Kind of looks like a Roman helmet in a way, doesn't it? So the sun must have been reflecting off the other one. You can see here the black bits here that curving up. Seems to match. Where's the original image disappeared to? That one there. Looks the same, but it's closer up to it. Looks like the same sort of debris. You see that little spike going through there. You can see the vertical smear on the CCD camera on that one too. And probably got it on his video. Let's have a look. Vertical smear. So this thing here sticking up is artifact. So he's made it blurry, but it'll probably have the two little prongs at the very end of the vertical smear. Almost looks like the same image, but this one's been reprocessed probably, or maybe a closer snap of it maybe. Looks like the same thing. But anyway, I think it's solved on that image there. And there's the heat shield as we saw. Okay, what have we got in this one? That's it further away, is it? Go away. You ruined it. Google. Okay. What have we got here? Right, that's the newer Rover heat shield. And we went there before, so we don't want to worry about that one. There's that one again. There's its helicopter. It's only the new Rover that's got the helicopter though, isn't it? So yeah, I think we could sort of be done with that one. That one's solved now. Not alien technology, just part of the heat shield. And obviously, if you search and do some research, you find the answers.
Really, curious, right? Compelling is, NASA didn't really offer any explanation as to what it is. When you go to their website, they don't really tell you anything. And I've learned over the past 10 years of doing this type of research is, whenever NASA is silent, that's typically when they're hiding something. Now, this little anomaly to the left here, I noticed that last night when I was editing my video. I'm always hyper focused on the main anomaly, which obviously is the one, to the right there. But you can see this like.
Well, obviously something bounced further on. You can see the line going to it, right? So there's some other part of the heat shield.
Aluminum or
He's
alien
dragging that one
alloy.
out, isn't he? 6 minutes of that. And no research. So that looks like an out of focus chunk of the heat shield that's rolled on further. Alright, so that one's solved. Need to go to the next video now. Stuffed up. So I suppose I'm going to have to debunk his stuff now. It's just another channel that's generating noise, right? And he sucked up to his cousin Tyler Klockner, and he was expecting to get 5,000 subs, and you can see he never got there. He got about 1,600 subs through Tyler, which ain't many, is it, for a recommendation. And his view count has started to drop down. So when he first did it, he was into the thousands, and you can see it's already dropping off again. So it looks like Tyler fans want Tyler. But you remember before he put this one up saying thank you to Secureteam, he put up that video that I put up on my live show where he was trashing him and saying he's a liar, a criminal, and all that sort of stuff, and now he's defending him again. What a hypocrite. So we got this one here next. So let's have a look at that one. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen this one before. And again, we've got some crazy music. You can see this guy's rotated his camera right around. Get rid of the music. So, you reckon that's a flying saucer, guys? What do you reckon out there? Or why is it on an angle? If the guy rotated his camera around, why is it on a slope? Is he trying to be deceptive, maybe? So what does it look like to you? Is he filming out to sea in Florida? Probably swamp gas, so he's taking the mickey here. So he's not being a serious researcher. Just a swamp gas, just a quick one. So obviously he didn't want to do any research into it. He's done some crazy filtering here. And to me that kind of looks like a person sitting in something there, wouldn't you say? Does it look like a person? And these look like normal spotlights going around. In fact, it looks like another person there, doesn't it? Person there in shadow. There. And another one next to him here. And another person there and another person there. It looks like multiple people. So it sort of discounts it being a flying saucer to me. So what would have people sitting in a roller coaster? Ferris wheel? Maybe a rotating restaurant? Maybe some sort of lookout on top of a building. So yeah, we'll just keep on going because I don't think he's given us any links here. Just the music. According to the witness, this is not a drone, parachute, or a kite. Definitely wasn't military flares. No, but it looks like people sitting in something. Like an amusement park, right? So it looks like a Ferris wheel. These look like little cubbies where they got lights on, right? So when people sitting in them. And you can just see that with his filters, so I haven't even done my own. Definitely looks like outlines of people. And because there's not much light there to light them up. Keep going, let's keep on looking for clues. And you can see how far away it is there. And you can see it's got the certain curvature, so why is it not gone the other direction here too? If it's meant to be a UFO, and there seems to be like a blue light further down. There's that blue light. Kind of looks like a spotlight there, a red one here, and orange and yellow ones. And can't quite see the top of it now. I think there's people sitting in something up there. There's that niggle. So, what Ferris wheel would change shapes? Haven't they got one of those that sort of spins around like that? And it changes angles like that? I don't know that theme parks. Yeah, so I saw something there. This is the guy flipping around. It looked like a Ferris wheel there, didn't it? What was that there? I saw something there. Not saying it's aliens, but it's probably aliens. So who did that quote? Guy from Ancient Aliens, right? So can we skim frames here? It's amazing how people can film something with lights and get away with it being a UFO. And people just suck it up, right? So what's this here? Looks like he's high up, looking down, doesn't it? Himself. What is it? Original video. He's moving all over the place. So what's this here? Is that part of the fun ride he's on? He's on a fun ride, isn't he? See, that looks like spokes coming up from a Ferris wheel. Or what you call them, the big wheels that spin around. Look. Now we're seeing more of it. And it's got a red light. And we got motion blur. Then he's gone to something here. Doesn't look like it's out to sea, does it? And he's got it on an angle, so is he on a ride? So his camera's gone on an angle. Looks like two people standing here. It's definitely in some sort of circular thing happening. Fun ride of some kind. And it's rotating around. Or his camera is. Original video. Two people standing there, out of focus. And now he's zooming away. Which is pretty bad for normal smartphones. They're normally this bad thing. Now he's doing a digital zoom. Which means it's not going to get any better quality. But you can see it looks like the same lights, and he's just zooming in on it. And then suddenly he edits it. Nocturnal News edited it at the end there. So what was the location? This location here, but it did actually say whereabouts it was on the video. So when I did Pensacola, Florida Fairgrounds, I got all this up here. And I thought, bingo. And could be on one of these rides. On the Ferris wheel though, don't they sort of stop it every so often? They move it around. And so the people at the top get a view, and then they move it around after a certain period, so they don't keep it spinning. So yeah. So who's to know, it might be a new fun ride there. But I see a lot of spotlights, especially over this side here. I think we're on to it here. Here's that ride here. That ride there. I don't know what you call it, but it spins around like a daisy cup, and that looks like people in it there. Like, does it have spotlights that go around with orange spotlights? If we knew what the ride was called, we could probably look it up. Looks like a daisy cup sort of thing, where people strap in and it sort of bends around. And so he was probably up on the Ferris wheel going around, right? And he's looking this way, down this way. I think we got him pinned, this faker or hoaxer. Daisy cup. Oh, there we go. Is that the thing we're seeing? Is that the same thing I was pointing to before? Gradually rises up and spins the people around. So what do you reckon? Do you think I got this one sussed? I think I have. I'm pretty sure there's a person there. Looks like that ride that would spin around. It's going to be something like that before it actually gets going, probably. So he's not doing anything with it though, is he? He's not sort of trying different filters. He's just zooming in and out, playing the crazy music. Where was the location mentioned? You have to be quick. Original video, here you go, Pensacola, Florida. So yeah, I think Paul's got you nailed here. Okay, so they do have these crazy rides, right? And it looks like a fairly big fairground there. And they do have a roller coaster too. And that could explain why his camera's going all over the place. Maybe he's on a roller coaster. Why filming the other thing? But it would be good to have the exact same light systems, but unless the people are filming the rides everywhere and we stumble across it, it's going to be really hard. So you've got a Ferris wheel here this time, and another one way in the background. Yeah, it's quite a big location. Obviously, they make lots of money from it. And you can see they got one here. So that must be part of the fairgrounds next to the beach, is it? Tanks that go around in circles. Okay, they got sort of like a gondola ride here and the Ferris wheel here. So yes, one of the goof on is not doing all that now. I'm filming it. Oh, here's that thing that spins around. Or one of them anyway. I think. Oh no. Oh, it could be. I think it's the top of the tent though, that one. No doubt they change the rides all the time. Is there any spotlights that we can see on here? Certainly blue ones, yeah. I'd be a lot happier if I could find a nighttime shot here. That would nail it 100% for me then. What's that one? Oh, that's the gondolas. Anyone on the side chat been there at all? You'd say, oh yeah, I know that. I've seen that, I've been on that. Busted, then, you see. Someone out there will know. What's that crazy thing here? Alright, person runs around. What's that there? Anyway, let's see. Maybe we can grab a frame from this. Going around. And then he takes control of it, damn it. Where was it there? Can't see it now. Yeah, he gets in there pretty quick. Let's have a look at that one. Wrong one. Selected area. Come on. So we're sort of looking for structures underneath. So we know it's going to be like little cabins around the top, and it's probably going to go around. But if it was a Ferris wheel, wouldn't all the lights be shown? So it's going to be one of these other rides that sort of swings around with a few seats in it, like 6 seats or whatever. Here we go for time. Oh, I set the time already. I've already begun. Did I stuff up? No. It's just running a bit slow. So we might have to get on to third phase next again. Alright, so can we see anything? Brightness. Not really. Not with the brightness. Ah, that's interesting. So there's definitely something happening there. Oops, my mic was too far away. Let's do a color change and see if that comes up with something. There is something there, isn't there? Looks like there's something going up to the lights here. But we ain't got enough light bouncing off it. See that there? That looks like one of those, that daisy cup thing. Whatever that ride's called, with the arm going up where it swings them around. And we've got other reflections of other structures. But that looks like the main one here. And looks like an arm going up to a knuckle. Going up to seats. And look, that looks like a person leaning. Leaning there. Okay, you don't see the person leaning up here. So we know there was a post going up here. What is that Ferris ride called though? Octopus arm or something like that. Fair rides. Let's have a look. Could it be that? It looked a lot skinnier than that, didn't it? What's that one there? Images. This one here. Here we go. This crazy machine. That's what it is, isn't it? Whatever that crazy machine's called. Well, it could be this one even. Oh, that one. It could be any of those that's sort of on a post. Or these ones up here. Ah, right. That looks really promising. It's got seats every so often. Where are the people in it? But when we see the other one, unless it's only got one of them. I don't know how people do that. Okay, it could be something like this one here too. Does that sort of rotate upwards? It must do, yeah. We need someone that's been down to Florida to know what the machine is called. Kamikaze. Could be something like that too, you see. And then that suddenly speeds up and people fling off on the chairs. I don't know though, because they wouldn't be on the chairs and gradually loot and go outwards, would they? I don't know. I'm just not a fair person, fun park person. So could it be this or the swinging arm ones which I talked about? I don't think so. There's no spotlights on that one. And no spotlights, no. That one's got plenty of lights on it though. At the very top there, it's got certainly the right colour lights. But I don't think it's that one. So now this is the sort of thing I think we're seeing. Very similar to it anyway. But it only looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 seats. 6 seats on the end. What's that thing called? Frisbee. Here's another version. It looks like a bug. Where's the people in it though? Here we go, gang. 1, 2, 3, 4 people per arm. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each end. I'm looking for something with 6. 6, 6, 6 seats. One, two, three, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's got multiple people in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't think so. Here we go. What's that one? 1, 2, 3, 4 gang. God, how do people not vomit when they're in those? Yeah, so we'll be looking at all these all day long. But you can see there's variations. Here we go. What's that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 each side. It's possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one looks more promising. What's that one called? Oregon State Fair, though. I suppose that swings around like that, does it? Anyway. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do they go upwards and sort of meet? That one looks like a flying saucer there. Does that go upwards? Casino. See, that wouldn't make sense if it had something like that that sort of goes up on the post, spins them around on different angles. That would make sense for a flying saucer. Sort of a bit like that one. Here's another thing. It actually is a flying saucer, is it? Let's see. And what have we got here? It's got to be something like this. Anyway, moving on. Not sure if we can do much more. We'll get one where it amplifies it. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights there. That one there. Now let's grab that. Oh, wrong one again. Might get rid of that. I don't think I need it anymore. Use the mixer instead. What do you reckon? Poot in Florida and Universal many ideas. Disney rides. Alright, I forgot Disney was there. So they got that many fun parks there, have they? Oh, amazing. I suppose it's on a beach front, isn't it? With a lot of tourists there. I thought it was the location to go if you wanted to be like an old person, you know, living in heat. Retirement location. Is that why Goofon's gone there? He's going to retire. I suppose he could retire if he's earning that much money off his channel. Bit risky though. People can stop donating, like they stopped donating to me. And then it gets a bit harder again. So let's pop it in there. And we'll move on after that. So you're in agreement with me on the right track here. That it's definitely not a flying saucer. Brightness. And look. Definitely a person there, isn't it? Person. Let's just do in brightness. Maybe the motion, so we get motion blur. And look, they've got the feet hanging down. It's got to be one of those rides, isn't it? Where they're sort of like on an arm and it's spinning around and rotating them everywhere. Looks like people going in front here or around the back. And the feet hanging down. Pool solved another one. That's a person, look. Coming down. So if you didn't zoom in, shame he hasn't got the rest of the page coming down this way. We'll see how it's attached. There's a lot of colours in it. Let's try RGB. That's overexposing it. So the people must be in this one. Too many colours being reflected off them. Definitely looks like a person sitting down with the legs coming down, and it's got a light at the base of the chair. It's too pixely now. It was a lot easier when we just kept it to one colour with the brightness. It's not helping us much. Definitely looks like a human head there. You can see the foot now. Look. Foot sticking out. Person looking this way. I don't think it's a side view. The aliens, I suppose people would be saying. The aliens sitting in chairs. Now, does it look like a person waving its arms here? Kind of looks like it, but I don't think it is. I think the person is like this one here. The head's going to be up here, it's going to be sitting down. What other filters can we try? Illumination, contrast, black and white, brightness, luminosity. Okay, let's see what we get with that one. It's not too bad. Oh. No, we ain't gonna get much more out of that. Definitely looks like a person here with the feet going down. Person there with a foot. This will be another person here with the feet down here. And that's other people going around the other back here. Look, another head there. That would be where the other seat is. Another seat next to them. Another seat next to them. Another head. Another head. Another head here. Person. Looks like there might be a person here. And a person there maybe. And another one here. Actually, that one might be part of this one. Another person here. That's one of those crazy fun rides. Now we know that. This one again. With the same settings. And you can see it doesn't show up as good. But you can see there's a post there. Post here. Going up to this circular thing. But anyway, we're done with that one. Goodo, goodo. Solved. So, on to third phase. Oh, we ain't got long on them, so we better hurry up. Third phase. Let's just put out a new one. And we lost a few people. I should be reading this one over here. Yeah, I'm pretty thorough when I'm doing this stuff. You can see that. I don't want to guess something and then see that I missed something. Disney rides. Hey man, what do you think is happening with COVID? You're not allowed to say that word. Get ads removed. Concerns some sort of government, deep state movement. Yeah, not really allowed to talk about that. We've been sort of censored into that sort of stuff. All I can say is my parents have had the vaccine, and both of them have got a terrible flu. And you know me, I'm on these immune suppression pills, and it's not touching me. In fact, I've always said I never get flus whatsoever. They're meant to go and get tested, because at the moment there's meant to be a D variant, where the guy went to locations where people could have got into plane flights and flew everywhere in the country and spread it. Great, you know, this is why we should have a lockdown border in New Zealand. It's so easy to do, but our government is caving in to pressures for tourism. And I say, stuff that. Unless you want to be quarantined for a month and you have to pay for it all. Then you can leave the country and then come back in from special circumstances. But you have to pay the price. But certainly, I haven't actually seen it firsthand. Anyone being affected or killed by it. So you can wonder why people are suspect about it, unless you've seen people. But I think it's legit. I think some people are like me, you know, like carriers probably, and don't get affected by it, and they sort of get over it quickly like a flu, and other people don't. Face mask issue was up and down, wasn't it, too? And when they talked about having double layers and triple layers, because we knew it passed through the fabric fibres. But I guess it's like a false security thing, right? But if it's more for people that cough, or when you do surgery, they're normally wearing it for protection of the patient rather than the other way around. Unless it's one of those proper respiratory filter masks, right? A general cloth mask was to stop spit and fluids dripping into the surgery. So yeah, and there's a lot of all that conspiracy about it too. That the guy that was informing Trump was actually working for the Chinese and covered up all the underhandedness, and of course Google's into all that too by censoring it all. Not letting people talk about it, and mainstream media are all part of the plot too. So yeah, it's pretty bad when it gets to that situation where there's lots of corruption. But yeah, I reckon do the vaccine, but just consult your doctor. Not medical advice, but me, I'm not going to take it. I've been invited to have it. But I'm going to have to check with my doctor because I'm on these immune suppression pills. But they said at the hospital, having an overactive immune system actually makes it worse for you. So maybe because I've taken the immune suppression pills, who knows, maybe my parents have caught it. And they're lucky because they had the vaccine. Dad had half a one so far, Mum's had the full one. Two shots. Maybe it saved them. Because they're in the age group, right? But they're pretty sick. They've been pretty sick for a couple of weeks now. It gets into your lungs and coughing and fluid and all that sort of stuff. It's not a nice way to go. But then again, that's the same as flu. Flu kills people like that too, every year. Especially if you get older. The thing is, they have the flu jab and all that, and they still get the flus. Me, I keep refusing it. He says, "Oh, you're diabetic. You got to have the flu jab." I said, "No, not taking it. If I don't have flus, there's no point in taking it." But yeah, Although there's a small percentage that do die from it. But yeah, I've never had any problem with flus. But I can see why people don't want to be locked down. New Zealand's sort of gone berserk. Although there's no variant D in the South Island from the leak in the North Island, they've locked us down to stay home for a week or so. And of course that's ruined my birthday weekend. I had people who were going to come over for a barbecue and I can't do it anymore. Or face being arrested. So yeah, have to push it on a week, so it'll be a belated birthday party. It's ridiculous. Now you got me started talking about that. Yeah, I'm bound not to get ads now. Well, they have my video deleted now. So yeah. So I reckon, yep, definitely get the vaccine. Not heard anyone having problems with it myself, although I did hear a couple of older people did have some kidney problems occur. So I don't know if it was the same Pfizer or whatever it's called, Pfizer vaccine, but that one so far seems to be legit and does something. It sort of gives you some sort of protection, I guess. You got to remember, it's not actually the virus they're injecting into you. It's like the shell, like they get a shell off the beach. It's got a certain pattern on it. They inject it into your body, and the antibodies learn to detect the outside of it and consume it and get rid of it. And then you pee it out through your urine and all that sort of business. Your kidneys and liver and all that. Probably kidneys. What's the liver do? Like I said, I'm not a medical person. I'd probably have to look it up online. But there's just so much stuff coming in, and you hear negative things and you hear positive things. So go and do it, you know. Else they're bringing in those bit tougher restrictions where you might have to get one of those cards to even go shopping. The New World Order everybody's going on about. Anyway, let's just carry on. I'll probably get it if I get it okay with these pills I'm on myself, because I'm in the 50s.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake, cousin Angeles, and we're heading back. Whatever this thing is.
Okay, so these guys haven't done the research. We did it half an hour today and solved it as a heat shield or fragment of it.
You can almost see like a debris tail, like it slid into position from right to left where it came to a stop. What the heck are we looking at? This thing sticks out like a sore thumb, and I think NASA has some huge explaining to do, because
okay, so this one here, we can see this part of it is not actually part of it. It's actually CC lens flare again, and because it's a wee bit blurry and a wee bit too distant to actually see it's part of the camera artifact.
We're looking at this, and you can see even a spire up on top of this, dare I say, a UFO.
No, it's not.
What's your thoughts here? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of something you would see.
It's not a spire, it's artifact, that bit. So these guys are meant to be camera experts, guys. I don't know how they got away with it so many years, and they're still going strong. You know, how many people watched this one so far? 27,000, and probably 100 or less will watch mine. And they'll see the actual truth of it all, and how we went about researching it, doing the life debunk, right? So I could have put that up and just talk garbage about it. Yeah, saying, oh yeah, it looks like a Roman helmet. Yeah, it could be artificial, it could be man-made, who knows? You know, I can talk crap like that too.
In Star Wars, Tatooine,
Star
Skywalker's home planet. It almost looks like it's home. I'm wondering if that is debris from a crash site, what we're looking to the right, or possibly.
See, I like listening to these guys because they have a good laugh, you see. They crack me up every time I listen to them. sometimes I've been on the floor with laughter, tears coming out my eyes. They're just so funny.
Left on Mars, you see the quality, the detail of this spire and the body of this structure itself. You could even see legs possibly supporting this structure if that's what it is. What I find fascinating is that there's some sort of artifact to it, that there's either debris or a casting of a shadow, which makes me believe that this thing's actually there. Some people say, Brett, that this could be some kind of artifact.
So this around the outside is definitely not shadow. We know it's part of the heat shield, and it's just bent upwards, and it's not reflecting the light.
Fact within the camera film itself.
And you can see how far away it is from the camera here.
A glitch or a digital glitch, and we're getting this kind of a strange phenomenon. If this is a digital artifact, I would find that hard to believe, because we do see a shadow cascading on it.
Well, there are digital artifacts in it, but the whole thing overall is an object. You can see where it slid down, and then there's another slide mark here. It goes down to another blob, which they don't seem to have detected. Like,
or a possible
has.
Slide into position via kind of a crash slide, and it left this skid mark, and as it came to a stop, there this craft lies, whatever it is. Guys, while we're looking at this, I want to get your opinions right now in this live premiere, and give us a big thumbs up, because we're bringing you some incredible stuff. And right now we have no explanation to what the heck this is. NASA, do you have an answer? Because right now I'm scratching my head. And
as usual, just go to Out There channel and we'll figure it out together. Okay, and let's move on. And this one is the next one I want to look at. And let's see what you think of it. I think I might know what it is. That's a plane flying there in the distance. They'll zoom in eventually. And is that the plane again? Oh no, this is
the
an
background
object.
story in regards to whatever this craft is that you just saw right there is that there was some kind of forest fire going on in the region of Turkey, and an unfortunate accident happened. There were firefighters that were lost that day, approximately 5. We're doing a little research, but what was captured?
A little
while
research,
the people in the
guys.
neighborhood had their eye on this explosion, something came up, and we're looking at it right now. Is this a Tic Tac or a version of the Tic Tac there in Turkey? It almost looks like an acorn shape.
So you saw the cameraman is not focusing and zooming on it. You should have to wonder why. So that should be like a red flag there. You know, the cameraman's just ignoring it. So
Craft. Some people even might say the film Flight of the Navigator. So it's just hovering there.
These guys are
off in
funny.
the distance, and it's in broad daylight.
look how wobbly he is. But he's not focusing on it, see?
We're getting a
Goes off.
closer look. I'm adding some brightness contrast, and you can see the underbelly. It pops pretty amazing.
Okay, so do we get any clues on that image there? Let's zoom in. Does it look like it's got a tail fin there, guys? It's on the wrong angle, really, isn't it? My gut feeling on this one, I know these countries have what they call fire blimps. They put cameras on it, and they just string them up and have video feed going to the fire trucks and news channels and stuff, so they can see what's going on and they can direct people without losing people. And of course, if the fire burns through the tether that they got on the ground there, then it doesn't really matter. Eventually it will come down, won't it, somewhere? But he said it pops up behind this mountain range, but it kind of looks like it's in front of it, doesn't it? But that would make sense, you know, that they want to put eyes on the scene. but outside plane traffic that are dumping water. You can see planes were coming in and dumping water. Fire blimps. France, I think, has got some fire blimps, and of course in America they got these blimps like that with radar underneath and also surveillance for border control. Turkey, I'm pretty sure, would probably be doing the same thing, because they said it was between Russia and Turkey, didn't they say? Yeah, just type in fire blimp. Okay, that's not what we're after. Hindenburg, nope. Blimp catches fire, nope. End of airship travel, Hindenburg. It's a bit of a shame, really, because they should bring it back in. Instead of doing ship cruises, you could do helium airships and fly across countries. Or fly around and not even have to land, right? I'm pretty sure there's fire blimps. Let's try blimps. Stupid Google. Here we go. Gigantic airships aim. Maybe I should type the airship in. Gigantic airships aim to damp forest fires. That was 2002. And there's the planes that spill water. Now, that kind of makes sense, having a huge one where it could have water inside, shoot downwards, and the planes dump it on top there to refill it. That's kind of clever, isn't it? Obviously that idea didn't take off, so to speak, pardon the pun. But yeah, that's not what I was looking for. It's in the right track. I know they've got little blimps, they use it for surveillance. But like a fire tower, you know, they're talking about Travis Walton story being a fire tower that no one knew about, apart from only a few people that knew the whole area. How a blimp crashed. Let's try white. France. Let's start with France. I think France is the place it started. If I can type it in. My eye's not very good today. Firefighters in France are using a balloon. Alright, they're calling it a balloon, are they? To spot forest fires. Okay, this is more onto it. And does it look like what we're looking at? Yes, it does, doesn't it? So let's have a look. It looks like it's got a tail fin going up there. It does have a pretty steady tail fin there, and you wouldn't see these ones. Rotate it this way. You probably wouldn't see these ones underneath, because they'd be on that line there. But it does look like it sort of slopes upwards here. So, is it the same thing? I think it's a good chance. Camera underneath there, is it? Why is it not playing? Fire watch 24/7. Now the question is, do they have it in Turkey now? Maybe they're helping put the fire out, maybe. Copyright. Captive balloon can remain afloat up to 10 days. Well, it does look like a little remote area there, though, doesn't it? So it kind of makes the point that they'd have surveillance blimps or balloons, is what you want to call it. Maybe because of security, but not just forest fire. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know if they got in Turkey. Let's try Turkey or Russia. Russia would be using surveillance blimps for sure, you know. Turkey wildfires, 3 dead. Didn't like blimps, yeah. So let's type balloon. And I'll catch up on the site comments in a minute. I'm sort of in my groove at the moment. Images. Yeah, Turkey. That's not the kind of balloons they're after, guys. They're the ones that start the fires because they got the propane on them. Balloon. I still think blimp is the better name for it. Let's brought up the turkey bird. Country. Probably best with Russia, probably. Damn it. It is a Turkish one. Turkish surveillance balloon. There you go. It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? Look at that one. Looks like a little puffy balloon. You never know what you're going to find when you see searches. Airbus. So obviously they do have surveillance, and I bet if we type in Russia. Nope. Well, that'll do. So I've corrected it. They have a lot more balloons. What's that one? Giant blimp-like airships are making. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, what happened there? Oh, damn it. There it is. We're getting sidetracked, but it doesn't matter. We're going to come back. Alright, it's that special one. Well, I hope they do come back, because I wouldn't mind having a ride in one. They look like a lot of fun. So this is the special one here. Luxury blimps, ready in the skies. Yeah, quite big. Fan on it. Oh, look at that. They're like cushions it lands on. And they got these fans at the end and the side, look. I reckon that would be a lot of fun. And New Zealand would be the last ones to get it though, probably. Anyway, keep on going. Surveillance balloon, I think.
This definitely has some geometric shape to it. In my opinion, it's a structure. But again, there was a disaster. These firefighters were out there trying to stop the fire. And then there's some film that came up that shows the actual moment of impact over there in the proximity of Russia and Turkey. And we could see the explosion, bellows of black smoke. And then moments later, this craft appears during this disaster from possibly the other side of the mountain. This is a front side, and now we're seeing it.
Yeah, it's interesting. This capture right here, I'm thinking.
So, what are you saying then? Let's. Oh, you going? Oh, thanks for coming. I've got to go soon too. Nailed it. Okay, he's happy. Stupid stream going in too fast. Do people act like they know you're on live streams? They know you're on live streams. I'm not too sure what you mean. Noticed everyone around me are different, even people online, like they've been brainwashed. I think New Zealand is more aware of what's happening in the world. We've still got people protesting here that they don't want to wear masks or stay locked down. Mostly young kids. Because they're influenced by the internet now, right? And that's why they're trying to censor everything. Because there are misinformation out there, right? Just like on the UFO field. So, it's a problem. Obviously, vaccines are going to kill some people. But it might be such a small percentage versus the amount of people that would die if they didn't have it. And it's always that toss of the coin. Do you feel lucky, punk? I think, as we pointed out, there's more chance that we're going to die from an asteroid impact in 2182. Well, I won't be around. I'll be long dead. I'll be grains of dust. But, yeah, that had 1 in 2,000 chance. And as we looked up then in that live stream, that 1 in 2,000 chance you had to die of... was it some type of cancer? Larynx, was it? Larynx cancer? So, yeah. So, whether, what is it for COVID? I don't know. What's the odds? I know we're going to get in trouble if I talk too much about it. What's the odds in dying? Okay, good. Typo there. From COVID. I suppose that's been censored or whatever. But people want to know these things, don't they? And that was 2020. But the problem is, therefore, average American is about 10%. So that's 1 in 10 chance. So you got more chance of dying from that by a factor of 2,000%, isn't it? No, 200%. Then dying from an asteroid impact in 200 years' time. So yeah, take the vaccine because they're not really good odds still. If it was like 1 in a million chance of dying from it, then you'd say, yeah, I've got more chance of dying from the vaccine. I'm dying from the vaccine. I'm pretty sure. What is just put in from vaccines? Google can't tell us off because we're using them as the resource. But But they will. What's the chance to die from risks? 1 and 3.5 million. So that's getting up there where you shouldn't be concerned, right? There's such a small percentage. Kids have a lower risk. So that's how I sort of base my life around. Not rush into things, see what the stats pad out to be, and take a chance. So yeah, let's just carry on.
Thinking, I'm just going to throw it out there. Could this be CGI? Somebody actually captured this unfortunate event, and maybe it got leaked out through the internet, and people.
But I think you didn't hear my comment
in this frame itself. Again,
but that's all right.
I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing this wind. The camera's pretty shaky to keep track and hold this
and that's a plane
object in position during
spraying water
and using CGI software. It'd be a little tricky. And again,
was it not CGI? You can see it definitely. Here's the plane anyway.
This object in position
spraying
during
water
and using CGI software, it'd be a little tricky.
See the motion of it flipping. We got no tracking errors. It's definitely in the video.
Again, are we looking at something real?
It's not. Doesn't mean it's not impossible to add a fake
footage.
UFO,
This object, this remains.
But yeah, it looks like it's part of this image. And if we look at the blurriness, and that's generally how we can tell if it's a fake sometimes. I'll just see if I can zoom in. So what's in focus? Okay, we got some leaves in front of us here that look like in focus. And depending on the lens, right, in the field of view, all can be in focus or it can all be out of focus. But it looks like the focal point is here somewhere. And it's gradually getting more blurry as we go out. And it seems to match the trees here in the background here, look. So this looks like it's somewhere this side of the mountain, doesn't it? In fact, can we actually see any shadow on the ground? The shadow could be anywhere though, couldn't it? If it's coming down this way, the sun, if we kind of follow that line, or is the sun over here? Is it brighter over here? But if it's over here, coming down, we're looking for a shadow somewhere in that line there. So, is there anything that fits it? Not really. So I can see a shadow of the tree there. So it looks like the sun's pretty much straight above, isn't it? Straight above and slightly on an angle. It looks like it's coming down that way. So the sun's there. So going by that, we'd expect the shadow of that to be there, I would have thought. And it could be, because it's high up. Might be blending into the ground here. It looks like it's there, but part of the tree shadow looks like it's coming down there, right next to the tree. What do you reckon? It's on the right angle. But anyway, yeah, don't think it's CGI.
Stationary in this huge gust of wind. It looks like it's probably whipping around 30 to 40 miles an hour, and this thing just remains steady.
We don't see any kind of means of practical propulsion.
Yeah, but it's tempered.
There's no blades, no props,
it's on a cable.
no wings, no tails. What's making this thing remain stationary in the sky is beyond me.
And it's got
could
fan.
it be the reason
Probably
behind
a fan on
what
it.
happened in the background over there, the explosion. I don't know. I'm just speculating here because right now it's just very bizarre to have this in close proximity to the region of where this tragedy happened. But as we're looking at this again, it has this geometric shape to it.
See, they're not even suggesting it's a blimp, are they? Okay, what else we got here?
The UFO sightings are on the rise, but then there are a lot of Latin channels for sure, and we're looking at it.
Yeah, what are we looking at here? Set a street lamp. It is a street lamp with a twirly thing. What's this thing next to it? Solar power. I suppose that's what they're doing nowadays, isn't it? With green. Adding solar panel on them with batteries, keeps the light going. Makes sense. But looks like there's another lamp here. Look, this tree's lit up. This one's not on, or it barely is on. Unless that's a spotlight going up to the tree to, you know, how they have very fancy spotlights sometimes to illuminate buildings and trees. It could be one of those, or it could be a surveillance camera. It's a bit hard to tell, isn't it? Looks like it might be looking down to the street level. But anyway, just carry on.
Right now, here's one of them. And a lot of channels are picking up on this and sharing it, calling it legit. But as we look at both of these videos,
kind of looks suspect to
we can see
me.
that there is some trickery going on. We're looking at these orbs coming out of this larger orb, or so it seems, but the pulsating effect is obvious. They pulsate at the exact same time, and if you look really close, the pixelation matches up perfectly. This is an indicator for a copy-paste kind of effect. Very simple to do. Let's get to this next video.
They
This
should
is
know,
kinda
because they
interesting for
produced
sure.
a few of them.
As we receive the evidence, this one kind of caught my eye. We're looking at this huge...
Yeah, so that one definitely looked like it was CGI. This one. See anything there? Funny clouds. Okay. Can't see anything there at the moment.
huge cube-shaped craft, possibly.
Alright, cube shaped, I reckon. Okay. Kind of looks like an upside down rabbit to me. Well, there's its foot, there's its hind legs, there's its belly, face, and long ears. I wouldn't say it was a square or rectangle. Just Mother Nature mucking around again. And I think we've got some sort of camera artifact mixed in here as well. And just see how it's sort of blending in here. It's quite amazing though. Good capture. But they should have taken a photograph. It would have been 4 times the quality. I don't think it's anything supernatural.
In stealth mode. Look at this. We're getting a good close-up look, and whatever it is, it seems legit to me. If this were Photoshop, they would have put many hours to put this into this kind of form. This is looking legit in my opinion, and coming from a source who has no reason to do any kind of deceit. They're not like putting up weird cloud formations on a daily basis. They just noticed something kind of crazy and they captured it, and as we're doing some brightness contrast, whatever this
it could have been played around with. There's something not quite right with it. See, I can sort of do that. I can sort of grab that. I shouldn't have used that, but anyway, sometimes it stuffs up the stream. Okay, I think it's alright. Have not got it open. See, I can create that effect quite easily, which I'll show you. I use the Windows snapshot tool, which sort of halts the screen capture software sometimes. I think it's still working. So yeah, for me to create this, all you have to do is select the area like that, and bring up the curve tool, and you can muck around to your heart content. The cloud, right? That's just changing the brightness, and you got that sort of square thing. Okay. And then I can do also the color one. So I can do reset. So I can pick another piece of sky here. Do that. Curves. And flip hue. And I can sort of muck around with it. All different colours that you want to try and do, right? And you could say that there's a UFO there. So yeah, very easy to do. So I'm not sure if that's been photoshopped or not, but if it's Mother Nature, it's able to do that sort of craziness.
Object. It pops and it's huge. I'd have to estimate maybe over to
Capture this photo is pretty far away. I'm estimating this object's probably about maybe 5 to 6 miles away. What's interesting, we see these kind of objects around the...
Yeah, pretty boring.
Again, there it is. And you can see through the shadows that it represents, you can see the tree line off at a distance. It's almost very
that
similar
looks like
to
a
that
flock of
grain as we're looking at it.
blackbirds.
So I would have
Looks like a murmuration, distant murmuration flying around.
to imagine this thing's a half a mile to a mile out. Again, possibly
kind of fascinated
That's a
about
flock
what
of
he's
birds.
watching
Come on.
and witnessing right now, and he's just kind of living the moment. You can see this cigar-shaped like craft is kind of cruise along from left to right.
That's a
along the
flock of
treetops,
birds.
maybe a little farther than that. But it seems
What a lot of crap these guys talk. Yeah, I think we have to wrap it up there, guys. I've got dinner. I think they're talking about the same thing still. Yep. Flock of birds, that one. Yeah, I think we got there in the end. Yep, another show done with, and take care on the roads. Thanks for the donation, Jasper. We've got a few more to go though, to meet the target. And take care, everybody, and get vaccinated. It seems to be safe if my parents are alright, so younger people should be fine. What am I looking for here? This one. Good night. Finally. Okay. And good night, Dead Set. Thanks for joining us. And Cooper Man. Who else did we have? There's a few others. Yeah, just won't scroll up. Dan, he's gone as well, I think. Jerry Light, I'm not sure who that is. Did see it? Yeah, we didn't through that one. Oh, we got 4 in the side chat. Apparently, everybody hates me, according to Goofon and all that. And I get no one on the side chat. But I know people do watch me, and Mostly it's offline. And I do get like 500 views overall, so... But not on YouTube. YouTube, as you can see, is going backwards. 249 subs. So something's going on there, but all the other ones keep going forward. Yep, good night, mate. Hopefully you enjoyed it.